Hey, what's up guys? It's Toxic here. And basically Phantom Forces had a huge update apparently, and I want to just break it down. I want to talk to you guys about it. And I also want to point out some things with the new map, and I'm going to talk about the new map since I'm playing it right now. Right now they're having, or they're not having, but there is quite an issue with people getting too far outside the map. Trust me, I really like the map. It looks really cool, but like right up there, you see, I don't think people should be able to climb all the way up to the top, all the way up there, because then if they have a sniper or they're just insanely good at the game, they can just keep killing everyone all the time. And there's another spot, if I could find the teammate who was camping there. Okay, so my teammate died, the one who's camping up there. But there's another spot. Basically, if you could climb really high up back here, like right there, they go all the way to the top, they use a sniper or an LMG, and then you're kind of just getting killed over and over. Other than that, I think this new map is actually one of the better maps on Phantom Forces currently. I think it's a really cool map. It's not that bad in my opinion. Sure, I mean, there are some things I don't like about it. Like, for example, the height differences are very big. Like, you see how suddenly you're aiming much below you and then you have to aim right above you like that. But, I mean, it's an interesting concept. It was executed really well. I really kind of like this map, which I know is kind of weird because I complain about a lot of new things, but I actually really kind of like this map. And, okay, yeah, and I'll get to this later, why I'm using the Remington 870. I'm just using this right now to establish a point. So, just focus on the gameplay if you're watching the video and not listening to my voice. Focus on how far they are, considering I'm using a shotgun, for them to be a one-hit kill. The thing you should be picking up on is the fact that it's killing really far. That was my point. Just keep watching if you haven't noticed already. Other than that, I mean, it's a gorgeous map. It's a really nice map, and I think the creators, they have a talent at building stuff, because the way the coloring is, the way the designs are, and all of that, it's really nice. You could take cover in the middle of a gunfight right here behind this, and reload and then come back out, or you could go back here, and it's just like there's so much cover, and it's such a well-built map in my opinion. Again, I know that I'm known for really hating on things, but I think that's really cool. I think they did a splendid job with this. Now, like I was saying though, the only thing I can really complain about is too much height difference and people getting so far out of the map. It's ridiculous. But I'm sure like this is a brand new thing. They probably didn't realize it, and if they did, maybe it's intended for that to be done, which is interesting as well. But I don't think it will reward being skilled as much as it would reward getting there first. Because, I mean, it doesn't really take skill to just hold left click with an LMG for a few seconds to kill someone. Let's see. Let me just... That was kind of cool. I just jumped off the top. I'll start talking about the rest of the updates once this map is done. So if you give me like literally 1 minute, just skip a minute ahead if you want me to talk about the other updates that come along with this, because we're gonna go over everything else, at least the notable things. So yeah, there's that. Oh wait, what? How did I miss that guy? But yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing this map so you guys get a feel for what the new map looks like, in case you wanted to watch it before you actually went on and played it. And yeah, I guess. And also, I'm sorry if you wanted to hear the gameplay, like the actual audio. It's that I don't have my audio on Roblox, because I don't want Roblox audio. I don't know, not my thing. My teammate was about to die. If I didn't come around, that teammate was gone. Come on, I just spawned. Oh wow. Like, I'm just reading the chat now. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see what we went. We went 34 and 20. Awesome. I didn't get 34 kills this video, cause I scrapped a earlier version of this video. Cool. Okay. So now we're gonna go talk about the new updates that aren't involved with this. Now, if you guys are interested in finding the changelog for yourself, here's how you do it. Well, actually, no, I'm just gonna link it in the description. It's on their Wikia page, and you see, The new update has major gun balance changes, detailed changes here, and the keynotes added flashlight attachments to everything, added a ton of sight options, and carbines generally have speed buffs, so they're more viable than assault rifles, and candid sights fixed. And there's a new map, which we talked about already. Alright, so now I'm going to read off every single change. Ignore the black screen, it's because I'm voiceovering this part. Basically, if you don't want to hear me read off every single nerf or buff, you could just leave the video now, and you could just read it yourself. But I read it off just because I feel like it would make it easier for some people who just want to listen while they're doing something else. So, there's that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching anyway, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, so the way I'm going to be doing this is I'm going to do Control and F. Basically, this finds whatever in the document that you want. So if you guys are going to this document, which I'm also going to link in the description, all you really need to do is press Control and F and search up whatever you like to use. And it'll tell you how much it affects you, because you'll basically figure out which weapons are changed. And this is how I'm going to filter out all the changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press minus, meaning this finds every nerf aside from the guns with dashes in them. And then for plus, it tells you everything that's buffed. So there's 87 buffs total with 102 nerfs. Or 100, less than 100. Versus 86 buffs, actually, sorry. So the second one, I'm going to go through the buffs first. For the AK-12BR, they upped the ammo pool to 120 instead of 100. It shares the ammo pool with the assault rifles for the AK-12C, as well as they buffed the aim speed to 18 instead of 15, and buffed reload times to make them shorter. Now for the AK-47, they buffed the torso multiplier from 1.1 or to 1.1 from 1.0. And for the AKU-12, it now shares the ammo pool with the assault rifles. It buffs the aim speed to 18 from 15. The reload times are shorter, and the RPM is higher from 735 to 800. The next weapon that was buffed was the AUG A2. The minimum damage went to 20 instead of 19, meaning it takes 5 shots to kill instead of 6 from distance. And the AUG A3, the recoil, there's less horizontal drift, and the minimum damage has changed from 20 to 21 from 20. Meaning that it still takes 5 shots to kill at distance, but I mean, more damage is better because if they're already wounded, you could get a kill with less bullets. Blah, 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 you know the deal. Next, the AUG H-Bar. This gun had both a buff and a nerf. So I'm going to go through it at the same time. Well, actually, I won't because I don't want to repeat it. The ammo pool went to 172 instead of 126. The AWS now has 10 bullets in the magazine instead of 5. Baseball bat has a higher... Okay, so this doesn't matter because, I mean, it's a knife variant. It just does more... It just does... It probably will kill you at easier. That's all it really does. For all of the buffs for the stuff like the Chosen One or any of that. Oh, okay, never mind. This we got to talk about. Because that directly affects me. Colt LMG. Torso multiplier increased to 1.1. Alt aim speed to 14 instead of 12, and the aim speed from 14 to 14 instead of 12. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. I'm really bad at reading, if you guys haven't noticed. But you don't have to watch, honestly, because, I mean, some of these are so negligible that it won't change you at all, or it won't affect you at all. Now, the torso multiplier went from 115 to, or whatever, you get my point. It changed to 1.15 for the crowbar. Next buff, G36C. It shares the ammo pool with the assault rifles now. The walk speed is higher, or faster, I mean, 15 instead of 14, and the reload times are shorter. The Grozo 1 now has ammo pool with assault rifles. Aim speed is 18 instead of 15, and a shorter reload time. Grozo 4, exact same changes. Let's see what else. Henry 4570. Fixed the canticite issue. That's not supposed to be a plus. It's supposed to be an equal, but whatever, I don't really care. Honey Badger now shares the ammo pool with the assault rifles. It has higher aim speed, 18 instead of 15, and the reload times are shorter. Ice Pick buffed headshot multiplier. Basically, it's easier to headshot or something. I don't know. L115A fixed the canticite issue. Okay, so none of those are supposed to be pluses. They're supposed to be equals, but whatever. L22 shares the ammo pool with the assault rifles, buff to aim camera recoil. Basically, it changes your camera less, like it won't really affect your aim at all. as much as it used to. The minimum damage has changed to 21 instead of 19, meaning that it's 5 shots instead of 6 shots to kill at a distance. The aim speed went to 18 from 15, and the reload times are shorter. Next, L86 LSW, aim speed to 13 instead of 12, alt aim speed to 13 instead of 12. Next up is the M4, shares the ammo pool with the assault rifles. The aim speed is 18 instead of 15. The reload times are shorter. M4A1 ammo pool is the same as the assault rifle. The max damage is 34 instead of 32, meaning that it's a 3 shot to kill instead of 4 shot, I believe, right? Yeah, it's a 3 shot instead of a 4 shot when it's up close. And the aim speed went to 18 instead of 15, and the reload time is shorter. Next up is machete. Torso multiplier to 1.2. MG36, nothing. MG3 KWS, 23 minimum damage instead of 21, meaning it doesn't change how fast it kills, but definitely helps you kill people. RPM of the MP10 went to 850 instead of 800. Interesting. Next up, the MP5. They buffed the maximum damage to 34 instead of 32, meaning that it's a 3 shot instead of a 4 shot in close range. Next up, MP5K, never mind. That's supposed to be that, or equals. This one, MP5SD. The maximum damage is 34 instead of 30. You get the deal. It basically makes it 3 instead of 4. Nordic War Axe. I mean, it's whatever. All of the knife ones I'm not going to cover anymore, except when they're nerfed. Because that's what you need to care about more. The Obrez. The aim speed is buffed to 15 instead of 13.5. I don't understand how any of these numbers work. So if you're into Phantom Forces and you know what these mean, then there you go. Buffed sprint speed to 14 instead of 12. This one means you run faster with the Obrez out. Equip speed to 15 instead of 12. And Remington 700. Breath speed to 0.04 instead of 0.07. Or 007 and 004, sorry. The walk speed went to 12 instead of 11.5. The aim speed went to 11 from 9. And the sprint speed went to 13 instead of 12. Next, RPK-12. Buffed ammo pool to 180 instead of 135. Next up, Scar PDW. Shares the ammo pool with the assault rifles. The reload times are shorter, and the sprint speed is 17 instead of 16. Scar L. Minimum damage to 24 instead of 22, meaning that it's very close to 4 shots to kill at a distance, but it's not quite. Meaning that if you hit 4 shots, they'll be down to 4 HP. Sledgehammer. Headshot and torso multipliers went up a lot, so Sledgehammer is OP now. Next one, SR3M. Ammo pool with the assault rifles, aim speed to 18 from 15, reload times are shorter. Stick grenade. Multiplier and torso went up. And that's it for the buffs. Now for the nerfs. This is going to be fun. Let's see. Walk speed for the 1858 carbine went to 14 instead of 15, and sprint speed to 14 instead of 16. Next up is the ASP baton. Whoops. Sorry, I sneezed away from the camera so it wouldn't be super loud. ASP baton. The headshot multiplier went to 1.3 instead of 2.0, meaning that it probably isn't that broken anymore, because I'm sure it was probably broken. Or it was probably just overkill, who knows. Let's see, nerfed alt aim speed to 12 instead of 15, nerfed aim speed to 12 instead of 15, and the equip speed is now 10 instead of 12. Next up is the Chosen One. Damage is now 80 instead of 85, and the headshot multiplier is now 1.1 instead of 1.4. Cleaver multiplier 1.3 instead of 1.4. Equip speed 10 from 11 for the Colt LMG. Next up is the... have to scroll a little bit. Wow. The Hattori. Headshot multiplier 1.1 now. Let's see what else has been nerfed. I'm scrolling through. Headshot multiplier on the Karambit went to 1.2. Chris Vector. It now has a minimum damage in 18 instead of 20. So you need 4 shots to kill, or 6 shots to kill instead of 5. Meaning that you need 1 extra bullet to hit. L22. Maximum damage is now 30 instead of 35, meaning it's a 4 shot instead of a 3 shot. L85A2. The ADS camera recoil has been increased, meaning that if you're aiming down the sights, then the camera's going to kick up more. And L86 LSW. Body shot multiplier is now 1.0 instead of 1.1, meaning that it does the same as if you shoot him in the legs or arms. M16A4 minimum damage 22 instead of 24. It doesn't really change anything about the bullets directly, but less damage means longer time to kill in general, because it's hard to explain, but maybe I'll explain that in a different video. M4A1 max damage range is now 30 instead of 70, meaning that you'll hit the minimum damage range much faster. Next up, M60. All team speed is lower, 9 instead of 12. Walk speed is 10.5 instead of 12. Torso multiplier is 1.0 instead of 1.1, meaning you can shoot him in the arms and legs and it's still the same. Machete multiplier for the headshot is now 1.3 instead of 1.4. McLeth headshot multiplier 1.25 instead of 1.4. MG36 all team speed is now 12 instead of 15. Aim speed is now 12 out of 15, or 12 instead of 15. Equip speed is now 10 from 12, and the torso multiplier is now 1.0 from 1.1. The MG3 KWS, the walk speed is now 11 instead of 12. The sprint speed is 12 instead of 13, and the torso multiplier is 1.0. The MK11, the AP effectiveness on this gun sets the multiplier to 1.5 or 1.25. I'm sorry, I don't really understand this one. Oh wait, that's I believe this is some attachment. Sorry. MP 1911 ammo pool is now 60 instead of 90, so you can't really spam it non-stop. MP5 maximum damage range is now 20 instead of 70, meaning you gotta use it close range or else it'll hit the minimum range thing much closer. MP5 SD nerfed maximum damage range to 15 instead of 65. Basically, you gotta get really close, otherwise it won't really be that good. I'm still looking for nerfs. RPK sprint speed is now 14 instead of 15. Equip speed is 10 instead of 12. RPK 12 alt aim speed is now 12 instead of 13. Sprint speed is 12 instead of 14. Equip speed is 10 instead of 12. RPK 74 bullet speed is now 2500 instead of 2800. Sprint speed is now 14 instead of 15. Equip speed is now 10 instead of 12. There is increased spread with the Saiga 12K when equipping Birdshot. Scar Hammer walk speed is now 11 instead of 12. The torso multiplier is now 1.1 instead of 1.15, and the sprint speed is now 11 instead of 12. Scar H recoil is slightly increased. Next up is the Sledgehammer. Walk speed is now 13 instead of 15 to accompany the major buffs in that regard in terms of damage. And the sprint speed is now 15 instead of 20, so meaning you can't really run around as fast. Tactical Spatula, now it's 1.1 or 1.3 headshot multiplier. Trench Mace, 75 damage instead of 80, and 1.2 instead of 2.0 headshot multiplier. And the last nerf, the VSS Vintorez. Nerfed headshot multiplier to 1.8 instead of 2.2, and the minimum damage is now 38 instead of 40, meaning that it's still a 3-shot to kill, but does less damage. Now, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. If you ever want me to make another update video, just let me know, because, I don't know, I felt like this one's kind of cool because, I don't know, I woke up early, so I figured I might be the first one to do it, so why not? So, yeah, I just read everything off to you guys. That's all the changes, and that's everything that's important. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.